A topsy-turvy day then here at the Interlagos circuit for Friday practice for Formula 1. Everything pretty much mixed up, but still, we're looking good for a crazy Saturday. Welcome to Interlagos. Formula 1 moves away from the United States of America to round 20, the Brazilian Grand Prix at the Autodromo João Carlos Paes, the Interlagos circuit. It's been home to so many classic championship deciding moments, but it is, alas, not the championship decider this weekend. It's round 20 of the season. After this weekend, just one more race remains in Abu Dhabi, but we have had so many different winners this season. We are hoping to get a classic race here this weekend. In terms of the Drivers' Championship, well, Lewis Hamilton leads the way, 381 points, and is the champion after just finishing second last time out in America. Valtteri Bottas and Charles Leclerc are nearly confirmed in second and third. Leclerc must have a good result this weekend to do so, because he's being chased down by his teammate Sebastian Vettel in fifth and Max Verstappen in fourth place. Albon, Sainz, Gasly also in a battle for sixth place in the championship. Then followed by, we've got Ricciardo, Perez and Norris, Hülkenberg, Kvyat and Raikkonen all battling out as well for the ninth spot. And then we've got Stroll, Magnussen battling out for 15th. And sadly, it looks like Grosjean, Giovinazzi, Russell and Kubica all still at the back. In terms of the Constructors' Championship, Mercedes are the Constructors' Championships once again. Ferrari are confirmed in second, Red Bull confirmed in third, and this weekend McLaren could confirm fourth place in the championship as well. The battle between Renault, Racing Point, Toro Rosso are getting close again, but Renault have pulled out a gap in the last two races. Alfa Romeo look to be stuck in 8th place there, just a little bit ahead of Haas in 9th, and Williams are already confirmed into 10th place. Hello everybody and welcome to the Friday practice review for the 2019 Brazilian Grand Prix. And what a Friday it was. Very confusing, I think you could say, was the order of business for the day, and nobody knowing exactly what is going on going forward. But we'll start as ever with the free practice one report. Right, let's get into FP1 then. Alexander Albon topped a very rain-affected session. He led most of the way on a 1:16.142. He was ahead of Bottas, Vettel, Leclerc and Sainz, completing out the top five. However, it wasn't all good for Alexander Albon, because at the end, the team decided to put him onto slick compound tyres, and he went off at Junção, and into the wall he went, and Albon brought out the red flag, ending the session prematurely. It was a rainstorm, little activity early on. A handful of drivers went out on the circuit as well. 35 minutes down, the track began to dry. However, Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen switched to the intermediate tyres. Soon the rest of the field followed in suit. Albon topped the timesheets at the beginning of the session, as we're just having a bit of a drama with the technology here. Albon used green walled rubber to the best effect, the intermediates of course. He did a 1:16.142, the track not drying out anymore, stopping the session from having the go. As we're really having trouble actually with a load of the iPad here with the scripts, so do bear with us. 5 minutes remaining, the track had been dried up at the intermediate running as well. The drivers reckon the conditions were good enough to wrench out and dry tyres. Spin at turn 2 for Verstappen, very much similar to what happened last year with him and Esteban Ocon as well. And another Danny Kvyat off at 1 as well. Then Alexander Albon and the Red Bull put it into the wall at the end of the session. Nicholas Latifi, the front runner for the drive at Williams in 2020, was out in place of Robert Kubica. Only 16 runners though went out in the first session. Let's take a look then at the times from the first practice session. Alexander Albon topped the first practice session. He was ahead of Valtteri Bottas in second place. Sebastian Vettel was third, Charles Leclerc fourth, and Carlos Sainz rounded out the top five for McLaren. Nico Hülkenberg sixth, Daniel Ricciardo seventh, Pierre Gasly in eighth, Danny Kvyat ninth, and Lando Norris rounding out the top 10 on 1:18.559. He was 2.417 seconds adrift of the fastest time in the wet conditions. Then we get George Russell 11th, Kevin Magnussen 12th, Lance Stroll 13th, Kimi Raikkonen 14th, Antonio Giovinazzi is 15th, and the last time goes to Nicholas Latifi in 16th, a 1:20.010. He's 3.868 seconds off. Not setting a time in that session, Romain Grosjean, Sergio Perez, Max Verstappen or Lewis Hamilton, all declining to go out in the first practice session. Let's get on to the free practice 2 report then. It was a Ferrari dominance. Vettel on 109.217 top, Leclerc was second, Verstappen third, Bottas fourth, and Hamilton in fifth place as well. Ferrari set the pace for most of the session. It was much drier after free practice 1, though the clouds were over the circuit. Any chance of rain could come throughout the session. Robert Kubica back in for Nicholas Latifi, but he brought out the red flag only 3 minutes into the session, putting it into the wall. So Kubica having near to none, absolutely none, Friday running, so Saturday FP3 is going to be crucial for him. The red flag was brought out, the session was halted, and then the resulting red flags were drawn. Verstappen completed just 3 laps in FP1 out first, and he was hampered with a DRS issue. He ended 33 laps under his belt, same as his race number. Smoke signalled the end of both Toro Rosso driver sessions days. Pierre Gasly 12th stopped with an engine issue, 20 minutes remaining, and Danny Kvyat crashed out 5 minutes to go, bringing an end to the session again, it being red flagged early in a very similar accident to Alexander Albon. He went off at Zhongkao and brought out the red flags as well. Mercedes went far off the Ferrari short run pace. Bottas and Hamilton 4th and 5th, just 2 tenths off as well. Alexander Albon nowhere to be seen in the top 6, having topped FP1. He finished 9th, locked up on his long fuel run P6. Kevin Magnussen short run pace, the team's most impressive FP2 of the season, all looking good as well. Sorry if I seem a bit too dark. We are of course filming this in the commentary box at the moment. So going into it, just very, very close going into qualifying. FP3 once again is going to be crucial. Let's take a look at the times from free practice 2. In the second practice session for the Brazilian Grand Prix, it was an all-Ferrari affair. Sebastian Vettel topping a 109.217. He was just 0.021 off of Charles Leclerc in second place. Then we get Max Verstappen third, Valtteri Bottas is fourth, and his teammate Lewis Hamilton in fifth place. Kevin Magnussen is sixth, Danny Ricciardo seventh, Kimi Raikkonen eighth, Alexander Albon ninth, and Carlos Sainz rounds out the top 10 on a 1:10.310, 1.093 seconds off. But astoundingly, only a second separates the top 8 drivers, and just over a second separates the top 10. Nico Hülkenberg is 11th, from Pierre Gasly 12th, Antonio Giovinazzi 13th, Danny Kvyat 14th, Sergio Perez 15th, Romain Grosjean 16th, Lance Stroll 17th, Lando Norris 18th, George Russell 19th, and only completing 2 laps and not setting a time after crashing is Robert Kubica, who is 20th. All to play for tomorrow then. We'll be back for free practice 3's report in the evening as well, just before qualifying. But from us all here, it's bye for now.